You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we need to talk about Spurs head coach Gregg Popovich here in this video. Now, like a few weeks ago, he left the team because he had a minor health scare. I believe that's what they actually called it at the time. But ever since then, I believe this happened like the last week of October. There's been no update on what actually happened to Pop and his status. Now we actually do have the information on what happened to Gregg Popovich. Folks, he actually suffered a stroke. Now, Pop is 75 years old. He's definitely old, especially even in NBA coaching terms. And he just signed a deal with last year for a 5-year extension that's going to have him coach until he's like 79 years old. But now that he's actually suffered a stroke, and from what we actually understand, it was a mild stroke, Pop, though, may not be back the rest of the season, guys. Yeah, there is no timetable whatsoever for Pop to actually come back to the Spurs. I mean, guys, I do wish him all the best. Of course, you guys know, not really a fan of Pop, but I hope he's able to recover. And they actually do say he's in rehab right now. I was very curious, man. I thought it was kind of strange that they said that Pop had a health scare, but they never made an announcement until now. And also, by the way, he actually had this stroke at the Spurs arena. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Spurs announced Gregg Popovich recently suffered a stroke, is expected to make a full recovery. The San Antonio Spurs announced on Wednesday that head coach Gregg Popovich suffered a mild stroke on November 2nd while at the Frostbank Center, the home of the Spurs. I believe they were actually about to have a game, and that's when he actually had the stroke. The team also shared that the 75-year-old is expected to make a full recovery. Quote, Popovich, who has already started a rehabilitation program, is expected to make a full recovery, the team's statement read. At this point, a timetable for his return to the sidelines has not been determined. During this time, the organization is grateful to the extended community for providing privacy and space to the Popovich family. So they have no timetable whatsoever, but if I'm not mistaken, man, I believe ESPN, let me pull it up. I believe they said that that Pop may not even be back the rest of the season. I believe they actually have an additional statement right here. And yeah, they don't really have it here. I saw it somewhere though. It may have been Breitbart that actually brought it up. So let me double check over there. But I'm pretty sure that they said that Pop would actually may not return the rest of the season. Yeah, right here they also say no timetable on his return. But man, this is that's got to be some tough news for the Spurs, man. This actually happened at the arena. But anyway, back over to the Outkick. It says news of Pop's stroke comes 9 days after it was first reported that he would be stepping away from the team after experiencing an undisclosed health situation before the Spurs win over the Minnesota Timberwolves on November 2nd. Assistant coach Mitch Johnson has been manning the sideline for the Spurs during Pop's absence and guided them to a 3-3 record thus far. The Spurs host the Washington Wizards on Wednesday night. Pop has spent his entire head coaching career in the NBA as the man in charge in San Antonio, having won 5 titles with the Spurs and being named NBA Coach of the Year on 3 separate occasions. He has coached over 2,200 games for the Spurs since taking over ahead of the 1996-97 season. Man, so there you have it, man. Pop No telling when he's going to be coming back. I mean, recovering from a stroke, man, that can actually take a while. If you guys have been paying on to politics, John Fetterman, man, now he had a major stroke, okay? But it definitely affected him as far as communicating and actually being able to respond also as well. And when you're a coach, man, you definitely need to be able to respond. So not really sure about the cognitive function of Pop, even though the Spurs actually say that it was mild. But like in the case of John Fetterman, that was a major stroke right there. And Pop, man, he's 75 years old, man. He's definitely old. Wish him the best, man. We have to see what happens, man. I mean, he's supposed to be coaching for a very, very long time. I mean, when he signed that deal, man, he was like 74. I was like, man, he got a 5-year extension. That's pretty lengthy right there. I believe it's 4 or 5 years, something like that. And now Pop is actually suffering from having a stroke, man. That is going to be an interesting recovery right there. I don't know if he's going to be back. Something's telling me, I mean, the regular season ends what? In May or April? April, I believe. So it's November now. December, January, February, March, April. So like 5 months, 5.5 months left. Maybe he'll be back near the end of the season. But something is telling me that he probably won't make it back this season at all. I mean, he just suffered a stroke, guys, and at his age, man, he needs to relax, take as much time off as he needs, and just try to come back next season. That's what I would do if I was him. But I'm not his doctor or anything like that. His doctors definitely know best. And the Spurs, they're gonna have to make a decision on when he should come back. I mean, he's been there forever. He's won 5 titles, and a lot of people do like him in San Antonio, though. They really do. I mean, he's been a good coach. He hasn't really done much since Tim Duncan retired, though. I don't think he's even made the playoffs since Tim Duncan retired. Somebody check that. I don't think he has, though. Spurs definitely weren't good last year. So far, I believe they're kind of like, what is Spurs record now that I'm thinking about it here? Let's go back over here. Hit the wrong button there. Let's see. San Antonio Spurs this season. Go to NBA standings. The Spurs are out of the playoff picture. They have 5-6 on the season, 3-3 with the interim coach. So, but I believe last year, guys, they were even worse last year. The Spurs, man, wow, they were really, really bad. 22-60 last year with Pop coaching. But now they got Victor Wembanyama, I believe that's his name. Wembanyama, I almost messed up his name. So, but they have, man, prayers for Gregg Popovich, man. Wish him the best. Hopefully he's able to make a full recovery and get back to doing what he loves to do, coaching the San Antonio Spurs. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about it all. Listen to comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.